Yo, 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 how is it going? I just woke up at the perfect time. Pierre-Luc Dubois has officially been traded, and Elliotte Friedman has now put up the official word. Jack Roslovic has a new deal as part of all this. Laine, Roslovic for Dubois and a third. Just officially happened. Elliot, I'm gonna give you guys all of it. It's official, y'all. It is official. So Darren Drager had a tweet, and then Elliotte Friedman right after. Chris Johnston, Aaron Portzline. So the official deal will be Jack Roslovic to the Winnipeg Jets. Dubois will go to the Jets. Laine and a third. So it'll be to the Winnipeg Jets, Dubois and Roslovic, and to the Winnipeg Jets, Dubois and Roslovic. Sorry, I just woke up. And in exchange, the Columbus Blue Jackets will get Patrik Laine and a third-round pick. Y'all, how the heck did Patrik Laine get traded? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If you're watching this on the replay, hit that subscribe button, boys. Holy cow. Patrik Laine is going to be under John Tortorella? Okay, initial reactions, boys. Initial reactions. 1 in the chat if you think the Winnipeg Jets won this trade. 2 in the chat if you think the Columbus Blue Jackets win. Now, I want to say this right now. Laine with John Tortorella is weird, but if it works out just on paper, I think the Columbus Blue Jackets easily win this trade. It's not even a debate for me. I mean, I was so tired. So the Winnipeg Jets get Dubois and a third, and the Blue Jackets get Laine and Roslovic. So apparently Roslovic will also be getting a extension here. Portzline says that he is an unsigned RFA, but is close to signing a 2-year deal with Columbus. Should be in the neighborhood of $2 million. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So yeah. Roslovic, so here's the official details. Roslovic and Laine to the Blue Jackets. Pierre-Luc Dubois, 3rd-round pick to the Jets. Dude, the Blue Jackets are destroying worlds. I mean, I don't know. Again, the fit in Columbus, I don't really know with Patrik Laine, but that is ridiculous. Patrik Laine is a Columbus Blue Jacket. I said, that's unbelievable, y'all. We got 180 people in the stream. Thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate that. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on, y'all. I have no idea what's going on. I would agree with that, Boyle. I mean, without Roslovic, this is a pretty good deal for them, I would say. By the way, again, if any of you guys are just stopping by for the first time, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. This is crazy. I mean, I really don't understand for Winnipeg. I mean, again, you get Dubois, which obviously is going to fill their second center hole long term, I guess. But I mean, Roslovic was obviously a guy that was also kind of wanting out of Winnipeg, but he would have been, I think, a decent middle 6 guy center-wise. And you trade Laine, who I think has the potential to be one of the best goal scorers of this generation. And Columbus is able to get a talent like that. Now, again, signing him long-term and actually keeping him is a much different story, but this is wacky, y'all. I mean, John Tortorella with Patrik Laine, that's going to be like a whole different situation to try and keep up with. I don't know how that's even going to work, but we'll see what happens. Once again, let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking right now. And honestly, I'm not sure. Actually, let me know how many goals does Patrik Laine get this year at Columbus? Let me know, because he's only played 1 game so far at Winnipeg, and yeah, he's out already. I mean, I thought he looked great in that first game, but he's just gone now. He's just gone. So Patrik Laine is gone. Let me put some of the tags on so people can actually find this stream. But thank you all for stopping by. We got 200 people in this chat. Hit that subscribe button if you're new or watching this on the replay. But yeah, for my first breakdown, I think Columbus definitely is able to win this trade. Again, it all depends on the coaching here and what ends up happening. Because if John Tortorella can't work with Patrik Laine, then it's gonna be a little bit of a mess. But I still think it has the potential to work. And if it does work, then I think Columbus has a little bit of a home run here. With Pierre-Luc Dubois, he was a guy that I thought was was always a little bit overrated in this trade cycle. He's a guy that I think is a good low-end first-line center, but I think he's kind of overrated in defense just because he plays in a defensive system like Columbus. And with Winnipeg, I don't really see that changing, to be honest. I think it'll get a little bit worse too. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think it'll work out for both teams in some ways, but I think for Columbus it has more. Like, I don't know if Columbus has more of a chance of working out, but the potential of it working out, I think, is a lot more than PIERRE-LUC Dubois in Winnipeg. And even if Laine doesn't work out, I mean, I think Jack Roslovic will be a pretty solid player there in that middle six. So honestly, I like that quite a bit. But yeah, I literally just woke up like 5 minutes ago. I had a potential stream set up to if we were going to see a PIERRE-LUC Dubois trade happen, and it is official, y'all. Elliot Friedman making it known. 230 people in this chat. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, boys. And by the way, we just hit 29.6, so later on in the stream I'll make a new mod for that, so get some mod hype if you don't know already. Man, I cannot believe this, y'all. Okay, so the NHL Jets are retaining 26% of Patrik Laine's salary for the season, which evens out cap hits between Laine and Dubois. No added salary for that other than the new Roslovic deal. Of course, Dubois has next year on his contract, Laine does not. So I guess that's a little bit of a cap move somewhat too. Oh, the third round. Bro, the third round pick isn't even for this year. The third round pick isn't even for this year. Are you, what? Dude, the Jets got fleeced. The Jets got fleeced. Are you kidding me? The Jets got fleeced. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Yes, this is real. This is real. Stick in this live stream, boys. Thank you all for hopping by. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Join the Grav gang for all the instant analysis just like this one. But man, the Blue Jackets go from having no leverage with Dubois, sitting him for like the entire game last time around, to getting Patrik Laine and Jack Roslovic for him. Oh my gosh. Jarmo Kekalainen, you are an absolute mad man. Holy crap. If I do say so myself, you're a bad man. Holy crap. How do you get that? How do you get that? That is legendary. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. I really can't. That's unbelievable, man. Jarmo Kekalainen is just crazy. Yes, Hockey Okay, I did see what happened with the Washington Capitals. Unfortunate for sure. Yeah, let me put in some more tags real quick because I rushed to make this stream so much that I barely put any description there either. So give me a second, y'all. But yes, for everybody asking, this trade is real. Between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Winnipeg Jets, you are not seeing things. I thought I was when I saw the tweet by Elliot Friedman, but it is in fact real. The Winnipeg Jets and the Columbus Blue Jackets have secured a trade. Roslovic and Laine to the Blue Jackets, and John Tortorella and the Jets acquire PIERRE-LUC Dubois and a third-round pick. Oh my gosh, my light's going down. But Patrik Laine got traded in 5 years, dude. In 5 years. Remember when people were saying that Austin Matthews is better? Tough scene. But man, that is a heck of a trade for the Blue Jackets still, though. If they can turn Laine into what he can become, which I still somewhat doubt with Tortorella, but still, you get Patrik Laine. Even with Panarin, I don't know if he had as much talent as Laine has. I mean, Laine has the talent to be one of the best. I thought he would be the best goal scorer of this generation. Hasn't come up that way yet, but man, he has potential to do that. And now I don't even know what's going to happen, man, with Winnipeg, too. I mean, they just traded their second overall pick for a third overall pick, granted, but that's an interesting one, man. That's an interesting one. That's crazy. Patrik Laine is a Blue Jacket. What is going on? What is going on? Okay, so for some more people coming in the stream, let me get some more polls going. One in the chat now if you think the Blue Jackets won this trade. Two in the chat if you think the Winnipeg Jets got their way here. We got 300 people in this chat. Hit that like button if you're just dropping by, boys. We're super close to 100, so get the stream out there. And subscribe if you're new. We just hit 29.6K subscribers, so every bit helps. Bobby with a 3 at work. Did the Jets retain salary? Yes, they did. So they retained 26% of the Laine deal, so it's basically only for this season, but it basically evens it out between the Laine and Dubois situation. So there you go. Thanks so much for the 3, Bobby. 100%. Man. All right, just putting some more tags in there. Sorry about that. But you know how it be. We got 300 people in this stream now. I'll give you guys more updates when they come. But honestly, I think that's in terms of the actual deal itself. Yeah. I'm really confused as to why Elliotte Friedman, by the way, led off with Jack Roslovic as if Laine and Dubois getting traded was not the biggest thing in the tweet. That's wacky, y'all. Okay, so now I'll be able to look at the chat a little bit more. So how are you guys going? How are you guys doing? Good, yes, good, bad. Let me know in the chat for any Blue Jackets and Jets fans in here. Yeah, I agree, JV. I mean, if the Blue Jackets can somehow pull off Patrik Laine with John Tortorella, I think that match, you know what, I'm gonna say this right now, I think that match actually might work beautifully somehow. Like, I think it's gonna be one of those matches that on paper would never work, but somehow is gonna work. So yeah, we'll see. By the way, let me turn my theme a little bit more this way. There we go. But yeah, I think it all depends, just like Aiden said earlier, I think it all depends on how Laine is able to fit with John Tortorella, but I think it might be one of those things where it just works out well. But even if Laine doesn't work out, I mean, Roslovic's still a solid player. But the thing with Dubois is that with Winnipeg on paper, he's a good fit. But I don't see, I mean, for Dubois, the whole thing about him being traded was he's going to be this great first center. On Winnipeg, he's going to be the second line C. He's not going to be better than Mark Scheifele. And, yeah, I think he's pretty much perfect in that role, though. Offensively, I think he has a lot more to offer than defense. I think in terms of his play style, he's a lot more overrated on the defensive side of things. He's a player that fits well in Columbus's defensive system, but doesn't really thrive in it. On the offensive side of things, though, I think he has a lot more to offer, especially lately. He's a player that in terms of puck driving, in terms of possession play, is a really solid player and is able to, at least in his prime over these last couple of years with Columbus, has been able to do pretty consistent play as well. With Winnipeg, I'm interested to see how he fits in to start out, because you obviously had Stastny there as the second line center who they brought in to fill that gap. Now they have Pierre-Luc Dubois there, who's, I guess, going to be the guy. That'll be interesting. So, yeah. Laine is a Columbus Blue Jacket. By the way, if any of you guys, let me know in the chat. Say hello right now in the chat if this is your first stream ever or first video on the channel. Let me know. I'll try to shout you out. And if you do subscribe, let me know as well. But hit that subscribe button right now. We just hit 29.6K subscribers. Everybody is appreciated. And when trades like this go out, we try to do as early of reactions as possible. So if you're enjoying so far, everybody is appreciated. And right now, I'll actually pull up this sub counts. And I haven't updated it since the last stream. Sorry about that, y'all. But right now we are at 29,632. So we're pretty close now. So we're getting closer and closer to 30K, which is extraordinary. Thank you all. I'll be making a new mod later on the stream as well. We're right now 68 away from the sub goal. So everybody is appreciated. Jack Brugg, thanks so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. We also got Kingsman coming in here for the first time. Dennis Mulvena, good to have you, Dennis. Should I please say the first by far? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think Pierre-Luc Dubois is going to challenge for that. But the thing is also, like, again, as I was explaining earlier, I think a lot of the situation with the Pierre-Luc Dubois trade was that he was going to be a first line center on some teams. Yeah, pro gamers, Laine is not a Jet anymore, which is really weird, man. Really weird. The Jackets and Jets were both in unavailable positions with star players who wanted out from the get-go. Winnipeg and Columbus getting together on this seemed destined, but the Columbus Blue Jackets spoke to a pile of teams before circling back in the end to Winnipeg. Like 15 to 20 teams in varying degrees. So yeah, we saw earlier also that Pierre-Luc Dubois was or not interested, but the Blue Jackets were interested in, or a lot of teams were interested in the NHL and Dubois, at least to some extent. And you get the confirmation there. More than half the NHL was in on Pierre-Luc Dubois at some point in this whole cycle, which just tells you how valuable he's been throughout. And the Jets had to trade Laine and Roslovic to make that deal happen. But man, this obviously has the potential to blow up in the Columbus Blue Jackets' face. It has the potential. I think the most likely situation is that Pierre-Luc Dubois becomes the best player out of these players. But the thing is here, it's only because John Tortorella is in Columbus that we have doubts about that. If Patrik Laine can get to the level he can be, this is an absolute win for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and it's not even close in my opinion. So I think Dubois will do well in Winnipeg. I think he's a good fit, but the potential of Patrik Laine with the Blue Jackets is going to be unreal. I mean, they do have they still do have some pretty good centers there. I mean, they're not slouches, and I would really like to see actually Mikko Koivu potentially with Patrik Laine get the Finnish connection there. Yes, it is official, Bronco. It is official. I'll pull up the PIERRE-LUC or the Elliot Friedman tweet. Man, I really wish we had this last night so it wasn't as sudden for you guys. Sorry about that, but if you're just coming in here, yes, Jack Roslovic, Patrik Laine, Pierre-Luc Dubois, this trade is official. And once again, if you're just dropping by and are new, hit that subscribe button. We do daily hockey content on this channel. And when stuff like this comes out, we're pretty much the first people to put videos or streams out there, so every bit is appreciated. And yeah, if you do subscribe, let us know in the chat as well. Zachary Delisle, what's going on, Zachary? Preston, what's going on too? Good to have you. Oh my gosh, we got 481 people in this stream. Thank you all for dropping by. And yeah, I checked on YouTube. We were the first people to cover this trade. I had my stream ready last night in case an actual trade happened, and I waited on it to happen this morning. But it looks like it'll be good right now. Just got back from my game. R2, well, welcome back, buddy. Welcome back. Patrik Laine is a Columbus Blue Jacket. That's insane, man. Sorry, can't sub. No wings gear in sight. Rob? Give me a second. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Let me just real quick show you this. Let me just show you this. Let me just show you this real quick. Is that good? I think that's good. I think that works. I think that works. I mean, you're obviously the judge. You're obviously the judge, as you should be. But I think that works. I think that works for us, right? Right? In case people are wondering, nothing in the works at this point between the Jackets and Laine's camp on a new contract. He's RFA July 28th. So that's also another big part of this trade, is that the contract situations for both teams. But unless something goes really sour with Tortorella and Laine, which I'm going to say this right now, y'all. I'm going to say this right now. Something I didn't really consider either is that I think this is really where Tortorella's job is riding. I mean, let's be honest here. For Winnipeg to make this type of deal, they really gotta be on their feet. They gotta really try their best here. And if this deal doesn't work out, if Patrik Laine, the talent himself, can't work out in the Blue Jackets and he ends up leaving after 1 year, John Tortorella's gone. I don't think there's a doubt in my mind that John Tortorella's gone. If Patrik Laine can't fit on this team, or if he ends up getting disgruntled or all that, I think his job is going to be cut. It's not going to exist after this year. This is where I think John Tortorella makes or breaks his security with the Blue Jackets going forward. And I haven't really realized that, is that with this whole Pierre-Luc Dubois situation, they end up getting Patrik Laine. But if that can't work out, if you can't make that second overall pick work for your team, then I think Tortorella might be on his last leg. So we'll see. Slavic Coaches, thanks so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Grav Gang. Good to have you. And Rob, thanks so much for subbing. Appreciate it. Embarrassed Preds fan here. Dude, I'm a Stars fan. I cannot be more happy to have Patrik Laine. Oh, what? No, wait! Patrik Laine is in our division again! No! No! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I thought we could escape Patrik Laine. I thought we could escape Patrik Laine. He's in our division again. Oh my god. I cannot escape. I cannot escape. He has like 4 hat tricks versus us. Oh, I forgot Columbus was in our division. Rob, you got me, bud. Hey, Rob, appreciate it for the 5. Let's get some Rob Hype in the chat down below, my man. Appreciate it. Hey, we got Patrik Laine in the chat. I'm a Blue Jacket. Yes, you are, man. And you're gonna torture my stars this year. You can see the feeling on my face when I realized that. You can see the reaction on my face when I realized that Columbus was in the division. I'm still not getting used to it. I'm still not getting used to it. That's the problem. We got 600 people in this stream. Let's get some 600s in the chat down below. Hit that subscribe button if you're just dropping by. And once again, this is the place to be for all the breaking news, all of the hockey content. We make daily hockey content on this channel as well. And so we're super close to 30K. So every bit helps. And if you do subscribe, please let us know in the chat down below. And I'll try to shout you out as much as I can. Man. I mean, there was always the possibility of a Laine and Dubois deal. Always the possibility. But it actually happening, I really did not expect, man. I really did not expect. Matthew, it is not a prank. Sorry to tell you, man. Sorry to tell you. For all my Jets fans, you know what? This could end up working out in the Jets' favor. But can we get some F's in the chat for the Winnipeg Jets fans out there that just traded their 2nd overall pick? Yes, they traded him for a 3rd overall pick, but I really don't know with Winnipeg. Like, here's the thing. I think Dubois can become the better player. But at least short term, I don't know where the potential is here. Because, yes, Patrik Laine had some reclamation of wanting out, but, I mean, he was on such a good track this year. That's a player that you just try to work around and just try to make something work. You don't just trade him for a guy that also is having issues there. I think Pierre-Luc Dubois will resign in Winnipeg for sure, but I don't know, man. It feels like for Winnipeg, they're giving up on Laine too early. I said this before, like 2 years ago, when there was trade rumors like 2 years ago, that if they traded him within these next few years, like I don't know where the reason would be. I mean, with Winnipeg, Laine was a guy that's been so polarizing in his career, but again, the goal scoring potential is there. I thought last year had the best year of his career, and with that first game of Winnipeg, he was unreal. He was unreal, and he was day-to-day, didn't end up playing, had an injury there, and now he's gone. Now he's gone, and I don't know. Yeah, Jesse Pollock's not going to be too... I think he's on the Eastern time zone, so he's probably seen it already. What happened to the Habs? Nothing, Bran. They are not involved in this trade. Which, I'm going to say this right now. For Habs fans, I think this is a good thing for them. I think this is a blessing in disguise. Look what the Winnipeg Jets had to trade for Pierre-Luc Dubois. Do you want to give up that type of package? You're asking for, like, Suzuki... probably like a Caden Gooley and maybe a pick on top of that. I mean, it depends how much Columbus really put stock in the Laine, but it wouldn't have come easy. And we saw that Montreal was not going to give up Nick Suzuki in a Pierre-Luc Dubois trade, which is the right choice, I think, in my opinion. And I think they escaped disaster. I mean, imagine what they could have given up. And even if it wasn't Suzuki, it probably would have been like Kotkaniemi, Caulfield, maybe a pick on top of that. Like, for me in Montreal, I like to have those riches. You want to have a guy like Cole Caulfield who could become a power play sniper, who could also score, I think, upwards to 40 goals in the NHL if it really pans out. You want to have that type of guy in the system still. And Kotkaniemi, who I think could become a second-line center. And for Winnipeg, Pierre-Luc Dubois is going to be a second-line center. I think will be a better one, but it's not a difference whatsoever to me. And I feel like for Montreal, they get kind of away from that. Finally, a good win for Grigorenko. Imagine Grigorenko and Laine. That would be kind of fun, not going to lie. Grigorenko, Koivu, Laine. I wouldn't be too mad about that. Columbus needs goals, so good trade on paper, Simone. On paper, Simone. I mean, the thing is, how will he fit with John Tortorella? That's the big question. But if he can fit in, and if that does end up working, which again, as I said before, I think Tortorella's job is riding on this. If it does work, then it's going to be unreal for Columbus. It's going to be exactly what they need. Exactly. And I also love Roslovic for them. I mean, that third-round pick is going to be in 2022, so it's not even this year, which I think is a good decision because 2022 is a lot better of a draft. But I really like getting Roslovic on top of this. I mean, that's going to be a player that could be a great fit on a middle six, and people kind of forget just how good he was with Winnipeg these past couple of years. I think Roslovic could be a decent, maybe even second line forward for them too on top of this. So I like this a lot for the Blue Jackets. We'll see what happens though. We got 650 people in this chat. Thank you all for dropping by. If you are new, hit that subscribe button once again and let me know. Say hello in the chat if you are. We got Parker coming in here. No, Mac Attack, this is real. Elliot Freeman, I'll put on his profile. It is 100%. It is 110% real. Pierre-Luc Dubois to the Winnipeg Jets, Laine and Roslovic on the other side. I can't believe it, though. I can't believe it. How? I still cannot believe this, bro. I still cannot believe this. Like, it's starting to finally set in, right? It's starting to finally set in. Oh my goodness. Big old sub update. Right now we're at 29,659 subscribers. Can we get to 29.7 today, boys? I'd appreciate that a whole heck of a lot. And again, if you are new, please let me know if you are so I can shout you out if possible. And right now we're 41 away. 41 away. Thank you all for dropping by and hit that like button if you are. We just hit 150 likes. Yes, John, officially official. Once again, I'll go through it all. Elliot Freeman. I want to tell you guys the story though of how I saw this trade. So what ended up happening was that I was taking like little naps this whole morning, just kind of like taking like 30 minutes naps just in case Pierre-Luc Dubois got traded. I went on Twitter and then I saw one of my group chats linked to Darren Dreger tweet, and I knew immediately that was a Pierre-Luc Dubois trade announcement. So I went on his Twitter, even though I'm blocked, I tried my best, and then Elliot Freeman put the tweet, this one, right afterwards. And I had the whole stream set up, and I was ready, and we are here, and we are ready, boys. We are ready. All right, so officially on that Jack Roslovic. Oh, baby, it is official. It is official. Let's go. Let's go. The Winnipeg Jets have acquired Pierre-Luc Dubois and a third-round pick in the 2022 draft in exchange for forwards Patrik Laine and Jack Roslovic. So there you go. Winnipeg has made it happen. Elise Leather, thanks so much for subscribing. Ken Dong Sports Talk, what's going on? We also have Shamri coming by. I'm new. I'm just sub. Love your enthusiasm. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got that morning juice going. I don't even need coffee. Frank Johnson, thanks so much for subscribing as well, Frank. Appreciate it. And also Matthew Conger. Welcome, Matthew. Are you streaming the Habs? I think so. Yeah. Psycho Dad Jesse. I've seen you before, Jesse. What about Perfetti? What's the future for them? I will say this, though. I mean, that's kind of an underrated part of this. I'm surprised that Perfetti was not traded. I mean, I expected in a Winnipeg and Columbus deal for Perfetti to be the main part of a deal. And I would have loved that for Columbus. But in a respect, I mean, they do keep Perfetti, which I think is good for them. But again, you trade Laine, which is big for me. By the way, on the 2-year deal of Jack Roslovic, that is officially a 1.9 AAV, which is pretty good, honestly. Like, they went up to a deal that quickly. That means that Roslovic does want to be in Columbus. Is Roslovic going to play against Tampa tonight? I don't know, okay, because you got the whole quarantine situation there. So it'll probably take at least a week or so to get these players in the lineup. But yeah, I think it depends on quarantine. Yeah, the Dallas Stars whooped the Preds. I think it was 7-0. Beautiful. Unfortunately, I could not watch the game because Fox Sports Southwest is not on Frontier anymore, and it's friggin' stupid. So I just can't watch Stars games anymore. I have NHL TV, but that's of course blacked out since I don't have the other package. Grady Shrubin, thanks so much for subscribing. You know what, Grady, let's get some ad for you. Appreciate it. Laine is garbage. Did you watch the same first game that I did? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, so officially about 26% of the Patrik Laine deal, $6.75 million cap hit, $7.5 million salary in this trade. So that is official right there. Roslovic has been in Columbus for weeks. Really? Well, that does change things. If that's actually true, then yeah, I would assume he would be in the lineup pretty soon. That's like, was he expecting a Columbus trade? Doesn't everybody hate blackouts? Pretty much, Thomas. I mean, it's the same thing with the MLB. Like, both the MLB and the NHL are stupid when it comes to that stuff. Hockey Brandon just subbed to my other account. Brandon, thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Have the Dubois Laine trade just happened or just clickbait? Frederick, no, it has. It has. Columbus has officially announced it from their Twitter account, and Winnipeg has also officially announced it. I woke up and looked at YouTube, and this is what I saw. Connor, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. He's from Columbus. Well, there you go. Actually, is that true? Is that true? Let me look at that up real quick. He is. He was born in Columbus, Ohio. I didn't even know that. Well, that works out pretty well for him then. Thank you guys for letting me know about that. I don't know how I didn't know that before. Yo, Grav, I just woke up. Can you go over the original thoughts on the trade? Sure thing. We got 735 people in this chat. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, boys, and join the Grav gang if you've not already. Right now, we're super close to 29.7K subscribers, and every bit just helps. Right now, if you have woken up in the last 10 minutes, put a W in the chat. If you've woken up in the last 10 minutes and have seen this trade, seen this stream, put a W in the chat down below. And yeah, get some stretches going, drink some water, brush your teeth. You know, the good things, the good things. But yeah, man. Yeah, man, it is official. Patrik Laine is a Columbus Blue Jackets. Let me get my, Oh, boys, I didn't even realize this. I have my Columbus and Winnipeg Jets both together. I did not plan this. I did not plan this, y'all. I did not plan this. But let me put on my Blue Jackets jersey for this, because that is elite. That is elite. Man, Patrik Laine is a Blue Jacket. From Pierre-Luc Dubois' agent, Pat Brisson. Pierre-Luc Dubois is excited and looking forward to join the Jets. This could be a longer process. Happy it's done, looking positively ahead. There you go. There you go. That's not too surprising, though. All right. Hey, Retro, trust me, I have no sources. I have no sources. Imagine I broke this trade. That would have been unreal. Who won the trade? Dubs all day, in my opinion, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Hey, we got Yvonne stopping in. Good to see you, Yvonne. Hopefully you're having a great morning, and welcome. So yeah, somebody asked earlier if I to go over the initial thoughts on this trade. I will do so right now. We got 761 people here. We are so close to 200 likes, so if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so. Gets the stream out there to new people. And of course, subscribers, super close to 29.7. Every bit helps. We'd love to have you in the Grav gang, each and every single one of y'all. But for this trade, I personally love this for the Blue Jackets. And the official breakdown goes, Patrik Laine and Roslovic are who Columbus gets in exchange. Pierre-Luc Dubois and a 2022 third round pick. And I'll go by each one by one. Of course, Patrik Laine was his second overall pick in the 2016 NHL draft, and in his first couple of seasons, goal-scoring wise, was an unreal player, but kind of had a little bit of a down year in 2019. But in 2020, I thought he had a rebound year in all assets, and was a player that I thought had his best season. Going into this year, he played his first game with Winnipeg. I thought was spectacular, and probably played one of his best games I think I've ever seen him play. And I thought it was looking up for the Winnipeg Jets. I thought, especially after that game, could kind of have some resolve with that team. You also have Jack Roslovic, who in the same way was having some contract issues with the Jets, and also some disgruntled feelings there. He has been in trade rumors for a long time too, and he's a player that, especially since 2018, has been a really effective middle six player for the Jets, especially on offense, where he's a really crafty, really shifty, speedy player that can play both wing and center, which I think is going to be really key for the Blue Jackets too. In terms of Pierre-Luc Dubois, he was the third overall pick in the 2016 draft, and he goes to the Columbus Blue Jackets, or to the Winnipeg Jets, and he will be the second center there behind Mark Scheifele. And with Pierre-Luc Dubois, I think his defense kind of goes a little bit overrated because he is in Blue Jackets Jacket system, and they are great in terms of defense. But he is still a pretty average defensive player, and in terms of offense, that's where his real value comes to fruition. He's a player that in terms of puck protection, in terms of possession, and in terms of play driving, really has a lot of good qualities, and I think the overall tool set is very, very encouraging. Of course, he was a 3rd overall pick, but he does have the talent to be up to that level, and I think over the past couple of years, especially in the playoffs, you saw versus Toronto, was a really effective forward for them. And for the 2022 third round pick, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, but I mean, for 2022, I think that's a much better draft than 2021, so I don't really have too big of a problem with it. But as it stands right now, I think the Columbus Blue Jackets stand to get a lot more potential value than the Winnipeg Jets. I think the most likely scenario is that Pierre-Luc Dubois becomes the best player out of this trade, because you don't know what Patrik Laine will become in Columbus. But even though you got John Tortorella there, and that might not work out completely, I still think Patrik Laine has the potential to be the best player in this trade, has the potential to be one of the best goal scorers of this era, and for Columbus, might be their most skilled player ever. I mean, Rick Nash might be up there, Artemi Panarin might be up there, but in terms of raw talent and potential, Patrik Laine can be dominant. He's proved he can be dominant in the past, and if it does work out in Columbus, I think that'll be a match made in heaven. And same thing with Roslovic, who I think could become a second line forward for them. So I like this trade a lot for the Blue Jackets. I still think it will be good for Winnipeg in terms of the Pierre-Luc Dubois situation, and I think he will be good there especially, but I think the Blue Jackets have more to get out of this trade personally. Thomas, what's going on? And thank you, Elise, for subscribing. Yes, I did see that Pierre-Luc Dubois' dad was a part of the Minnesota Moose, which I think you can kind of see that connection coming too. So in that respect, I guess it isn't really too surprising. Oh, by the way, if you are just coming in, if you don't know already, my Twitter is @NathanGravity. If you want to go follow that, great content over there. IMO. But yeah, okay, so from Blue Jackets GM Jarmo Kekalainen, Pierre-Luc Dubois has been an important part of our team in the past 4 seasons, but this was the right time for both parties to move on in a different direction. And I didn't really talk about the whole downfall of Pierre-Luc Dubois. I mean, he had a great 2020, a great playoffs, but one of the big things for me with Pierre-Luc Dubois was kind of the way he went out. I don't know if you guys saw it, and I kind of talked about it in a couple of videos as well. Pierre-Luc Dubois never really told his Blue Jackets teammates why he wanted out. And weeks later, like this week, when trade rumors were really starting to circulate, he still had the answer of he just isn't happy in Columbus. He wouldn't really give any specifics. He wouldn't really give any details. He just said he wasn't happy playing for the Blue Jackets. And that kind of spiraled into the trade rumors, and that spiraled, of course, into this trade. But for me, Pierre-Luc Dubois, what I'm most curious about is that he didn't tell his teammates. What I think went on there is that it was John Tortorella that was not making him happy in Columbus. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, in some ways, when you're talking to teammates, you don't want to rat out your coach and say that's the reason why, especially if you're in the locker room with said coach. And if it is John Tortorella, that would explain why he didn't tell his teammates. And in that respect, I guess I can see it. But I don't know. For me, the whole time, I was kind of just dissatisfied with him not even telling his main teammates or his main friends why that was the case. I think that should have been a different direction. But I am hoping that Pierre-Luc Dubois can be happy in Winnipeg and can get up to that great level. I'm a new Blue Jackets fan. Well, welcome to Columbus. I'm not a Blue Jackets fan. I'm a Dallas Stars fan, but I'm wearing the Blue Jackets jersey right now. By the way, this jersey is, of course, Ryan Johansson. Don't worry. I got this jersey for like $40, so we're good. We're good. Anyways, we got 800 people in this chat. Thank you all for coming by. Can we get some 800s in the chat down below? If you are new, though, hit that subscribe button. Join the Grav gang if you've not already. We'd love to have you. Oh, my goodness. We are 6 subscribers away. 6 subscribers away from 29.7K, y'all. Super close. Let me update the sub count right now. Boys, 6 away. Who is going to be the big MVPs to get it done? Who is going to be the MVPs? How is Laine going to be with his new coach? We'll see. As I explained before a little bit, Daniel, I think John Tortorella's whole job lies on how Laine does. Because, again, he kind of like a little bit botched the Pierre-Luc Dubois situation, in my opinion. But I think Guillermo's going to be able to let that go. But Patrik Laine has the potential to be the best goal scorer, I think, of this era. And he has the talent to do so. Even like in Columbus, they obviously don't have as much firepower, but he will be the main offensive guy there. He will be, and here's the thing also that is key. One of the main reasons why Patrik Laine was unhappy in Winnipeg was he wasn't getting first line minutes. He wasn't with Mark Scheifele. He wasn't the guy. They had Blake Wheeler ahead of him. They had Kyle Connor ahead of him. At some points, they had Nikolai Ehlers ahead of him. And now, Laine will get his wish. He'll be the main guy, especially on the power play, which is the main thing. And he will get the chance to be that elite player. Now, if it's obviously up to John Tortorella if that opportunity comes, but just on paper, he should be the main guy. And I think if John Tortorella botches this situation, he will be fired from the Winnipeg Jets personally, or from the Columbus Blue Jackets, sorry. We got a couple of donations. Oscar the Grav to the $2. Oh my gosh, I have Dubois and Laine's rookie card. Dang, not bad, not bad. Alex Jackson, thanks so much for subscribing. And thanks so much, Oscar, for the 2. That's a pretty good duo, I must say. Statnik Gaming, welcome to the Grav Gang, man. Good to have you. And by the way, your channel is really underrated. Jackie Sue, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Great to have you in here. Grav had a sudden stream really early here in Canada. Also, Grav 100 viewers. Right now, we got 756 viewers live. And thanks so much, by the way. We're almost at 250 likes. You guys have been killing it so far. And also, Yaga came by with a trade. Oh my gosh. I just woke up. Sorry about that. With the donation. Man, stop beating me in fantasy. Had to stop by, though. Hey, Yaga, appreciate it. Am I really beating you in fantasy? Yesterday, I benched a bunch of players on accident. So, I'd be really surprised. Who should Laine play with? Domi or Texier? That's an interesting one. I mean, Mikko Koivu's coming back in the lineup, so I'm not sure if you put him on his wing, but just have him as a locker room presence, of course, the Finnish dad. That's a big thing. I mean, the Finnish dad, Mikko Koivu, will be on the same roster as Patrik Laine, which I think will definitely help them. Which is what I wanted exactly to happen with Capo Kakko and the New York Rangers. But personally, I would really love to have... honestly, either. I mean, I think Domi might be better as a fit right now, but Texier, I think, is an excellent skating playmaker. I mean, he could also fit in well, especially on the power play. What I would like to see would be Domi 5-on-5, Texier on the power play of Laine. I don't know if you agree with that, David, but I would like to see that kind of fit there happen. Habs win the North and the Cup. Honestly, North Ender, I would kind of like to see it happening. I mean, I talked about it yesterday in yesterday's video, but honestly, they're right now playing like one of the best teams in the league. Liam plays. Good to see it come by. And yes, the official trade details. Patrik Laine, Jack Roslovic to the Blue Jackets in exchange for Pierre-Luc Dubois and a 2022 third-round pick. So there you go. Officially official. William, this is official. This is official, my man. This is official. Oh, I am beating you. What the heck? Was it because Kemper got a win? Oh, it was. It was. That's huge for me. That is huge. My heart hurts. Rest in peace, all Jets fans. Still, Jets go. Or go, Jets go. Yeah, for Jets fans, I mean, I still think Dubois will be great there. But, man, giving up a talent like Laine is rough. It's rough. And we'll see how it happens. Especially for guys like Jesse Pulock, who put all their stock into Patrik Laine being better than Austin Matthews. Hey. Patrik Laine trades in his career, 1. Austin Matthews trades in his career, 0. Makes you think. Makes you think. Isn't this a fair trade? I don't know Pierre-Luc Dubois that much. Naughty Mister, it just depends on how the fits come, because I think Pierre-Luc Dubois has the potential to be the best out of these players, but it just depends on how Patrik Laine does. With Dubois, he's a good possession play driving center who I think kind of gets overrated in some aspects. I don't think he's a two-way dominant force. He's all right in his own end, but I think kind of gets overrated with how Columbus's system is. But he's a good offensive, good low-end first line center, and I think on a second line spot will work very well. But Patrik Laine has the potential to be the best goal scorer of this generation, I still think, and there is still time for that to happen. With Columbus, they have a lot less firepower than Winnipeg, yes, but if Patrik Laine is the main guy there, which he should be, we'll see how it happens. Man, I can't believe it actually happened, though. I can't believe it actually happened. This is unreal, dude. Patrik Laine is a Columbus Blue Jacket. Like, it's still, I said earlier, it was kind of sitting in for me. It still hasn't sit in. It still hasn't set in. It's been a crazy cycle with this Pierre-Luc Dubois situation. But I just want to thank all you guys for coming in. This is the first time, really, for a trade that I've gone live. And I thought, like, I would make a video that was like 3 minutes long, but it wouldn't really do too much. But to be able to talk to you guys in real time and see you guys' reactions, I mean, I remember the first like a few messages of this stream when it came live, like King Gangus was like, what? And all this different stuff. Good to spend this time with y'all, and good to reveal this trade to y'all too. Holy crap. Yarmo is just a mad lad. I agree with that, man. I mean, is it much of a surprise that he gets his Finnish boy in Patrik Laine? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Look at the Jets center core. Well, it's good. You obviously have Mark Scheifele there. You'd have Pierre-Luc Dubois there too. I don't think cap friendly is going to really work too well on this. Let me put this up here. So here you can see the cap friendly for the Winnipeg Jets. You got now Pierre-Luc Dubois right there. And in terms of the center core, of course, well, I don't know why they have Blake Wheeler listed as a center, but you got Mark Scheifele, Paul Stastny, Pierre-Luc Dubois, and then Adam Lowry. I mean, the Jets went from one of the worst center cores, I think, in the league to one of the best ones. That really does help them in terms of their center lineup. So they probably have Scheifele number 1, then Dubois number 2, Paul Stastny as a third line center, and then Adam Lowry is a fourth line center. And I feel, honestly, in that type of center situation, I think that maximizes the potential of every center. Scheifele should be the first line center. Dubois, I think, should be a second line center. Paul Stastny, I think, should be a third line center. And then Adam Lowry as a fourth line center is pretty amazing. I as a guy that likes the Golden Knights a lot and has watched them a lot over these past couple of years, as you can probably see by that right there, I really do not like Paul Stastny as a second line center full time. As a third line center, I think he's one of the best out there, but he's a low end second line center, elite third line center, and having him as a third line center option is unreal. That's going to be great for Winnipeg, especially when it comes to the power play options there. I really like that. And having Adam Lowry too as the fourth line center is kind of dirty. It's kind of dirty, not gonna lie. So once they get all those guys wrapped together, I think that's going to be a great center core for them, 100%. Yeah, let me put this back up real quick. So there you go. I mean, I didn't really realize just how good center-wise how good center-wise the Winnipeg Jets will be on. In terms of the contract situations, Roslovic signed a 2-year extension, or a 2-year contract. He was an RFA this year. But with Dubois, he has this year and next year on his contract. With Laine, he has this year, and then he's an RFA. So in terms of all these guys, not really a bunch of term. So we'll see how that ends up working out. Yes, not bot. Laine is officially traded, y'all. We just got 800 people back in this stream. If you're watching this right now, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and once again, join the Grav game. We are so close to 29.7K, as you guys can see with these sub goals. So every bit helps, and we'd love to have you join the Grav gang. 100%, y'all. 100%. John Alcock, what's going on, John? Domi, first line center in Columbus. I think he has the potential to be. I mean, he in the first couple of games was kind of rocky with John Tortorella, but it seems like he's gotten a lot more of an opportunity, which is good to see. So I could see it. I think if they go for the full skill route potentially. Stastny and Dubois will be on the same line. I could see that. I could see that. Then you probably have Stastny as the third line center, or have Adam Lowry as a third line center, and then probably Andrew Copp as the fourth line center, I would suppose. Eli Cammons, what's going on, Eli? I'm so glad the Ducks didn't trade Zegras. I am really glad too, Gerald. I mean, I was kind of concerned that the Anaheim was in that whole situation. I didn't think they were really going to I didn't really think they were going to trade Trevor Zegras, but there was always a possibility. And let's be honest here. If Anaheim... Obviously, Anaheim lost out in getting Pierre-Luc Dubois, but when you look at what Columbus or what Winnipeg had to give up, are we really thinking that Zegras wouldn't be a part of that deal? I mean, you get Patrik Laine and Roslovic. I think in a deal like that, Zegras would probably have to be traded. So yeah, for Anaheim, I'm really glad they did not pull the trigger on that, personally. Look at the tweet I sent. Okay. By the way, we are still 6 subscribers away from 29.7. So once again, if you're new, say hello down in the chat. I'll try to welcome you as much as I can. Nice, Minka, nice. But yeah, as a center, I still don't think I think Domi can be a first line guy, but as a center, I wouldn't be too on board with that. I'm new to the NHL from the UK, and I've been wondering, I've been supporting the Jets, and I've been wondering whether this is a good deal for us. Vivia Gamer, you know what? Let's get some hype for Vivia Gamer in the chat down below. Welcome to the hockey world, man. Great to have you, and hopefully having a fantastic day. When it comes to the Winnipeg Jets, I think this has the potential to be a good deal for them. I think initially Pierre-Luc Dubois will be a great second line fit for the Jets, but I think the Blue Jackets have real potential to also win this trade. Patrik Laine is a guy who I still think can become an elite goal scorer and look good in his first game for Winnipeg. So personally, I think the Blue Jackets win this trade, but there is still a possibility that the Jets can get the advantage here. Yeah, Perfetti will be interesting. I mean, again, they didn't trade him, which I think is huge for Winnipeg. But again, getting rid of Patrik Laine isn't the greatest either. Devin, my favorite team is the Dallas Stars, and as I talked about earlier, as a Stars fan who has always been destroyed by Patrik Laine and his multiple hat tricks against us, I thought for a second that he was going to be out of the Central Division forever, and then he comes to the Central Division with Blue Jackets. So what happened was, I was like, oh my gosh, Patrik Laine is out of the Central. We don't have to deal with him in Winnipeg anymore, and then he's on Columbus now, so he's gonna destroy us for hopefully this year only. Let's hope. Columbus has basically the next Ovechkin. I hope he's able to get to that level, Matthias. I mean, I don't know if he'll be Ovechkin level just because I think Ovechkin was much better early on in his career. But in terms of the goal scoring, I think he can become one of the best if he's able to be unlocked, and I'm really hoping he does in Columbus for sure. Christian, what's going on? Connor Rogers, crazy stuff. Yes, sir. Moneymaker777 just subscribed. Thanks so much, Moneymaker. Shout out to you. I put a Habs video out yesterday, by the way, so check out that after this stream for sure. Laine could become the next Rick Nash in Columbus. I honestly think Laine has the potential to be better than Rick Nash in terms of his overall impact. We'll see, but yeah. By the way, this jersey is easily the one that's the worst in terms of airflow. So I need to take this off because I live in Texas, and it's not exactly my ideal scenario to be hot all the time. You know how it be, though. Always hot. To see Suzuki is not traded. Sorry. Yeah, Suzuki is not traded in this deal, which I think for Montreal is an absolute bullet dodged. I mean, if Suzuki was in a potential Pierre-Luc Dubois trade, I think that would have been a disaster for Montreal unless they got something huge back as well with Pierre-Luc Dubois. But I'm really glad for Montreal they did not pull the trigger here. I think going ahead with their centers and with their prospect pool as it is right now is going to be the best way to go. I mean, you still have a center core of Suzuki, Dubois, Suzuki, Deneau, and Kotkaniemi. And I think that top three lines, especially with how Kotkaniemi has played so far, has the potential to be a Stanley Cup core going forward. So we'll see. I said it from the start, I didn't think that Pierre-Luc Dubois was needed in Montreal. And with the way they were playing so far, I personally wouldn't screw it up as it's going. One by Big Mac, good to see you. I'm sad now. Well, sorry, Big Mac. Sorry, Big Neck. And yeah, I think with what you said earlier, I revealed this trade to you. Man, craziness. Sash and Gil, thanks so much for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Good to have you, man. And yes, Lucas, I probably will be streaming the Habs game tonight. I'm glad Montreal didn't trade Suzuki. Absolutely agreed, Plymouth. Absolutely agreed. I mean, I think that trading Suzuki would have been a fail. Would have been an absolute fail. And I'm glad they keep the center core they have right now. Gretzky to Detroit. What? No way. No way. That's crazy. Thanks so much to Dennis and Ian, by the way, for following me on Twitter. Nathan Growdy, if you're not already. There's the good old handle right there. If you don't know already, I personally, I think it's a good follow. I'm not biased on that though, so you got my word. But yeah, man, I'll put the Winnipeg tweet up there too. That is ridiculous. And by the way, we were the first channel to cover this trade. I had it all prepared and we were able to get it done, and there you go. I still can't believe this is real. I still can't believe this is real. Thanks to all the people that have subscribed, that have donated, that have come by and reacted in real time to this. And for everybody that that saw the trade for the first time because of this stream, it's good to have you. Alania Dutcher, thanks so much for subscribing, Alania. Great to have you. Hopefully I did not butcher your last name. Sorry about that, but good to have you, Alania. Thanks so much on the Grav gang. Laine was my boy. Well, I mean, Pierre-Luc Dubois can be your boy. There is still potential of that. Oh my, what? I just checked the sub count. We are at... Can we get some 29.8K hype in the chat down below? Holy crap. Thanks so much for the, like, 70 new subscribers. That isn't ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, thank you all. That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh, sorry about that. What? In case you guys thought there was another trade. No, that was not the case. Mix J, thanks so much for following. Man. Oh, Blue Scarlet, thanks so much for subscribing as well, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate him. Cahoon trade for Joe Thornton. That would be a weird one. KR Sports, do you guys think Laine will get along with Torts, though? That's the big thing. That's my main concern. But also, KR, if you think about it. If you think about it for a second, I mean, he already kind of botched the Pierre-Luc Dubois situation. Personally, for me, obviously, I don't know what's going on with Jarmo in that Columbus franchise. But if Tortorella cannot get along with Patrik Laine, honestly, I think his career in Columbus is done. I think his stint with Columbus, his whole job right now is riding or dying with how his relationship with Patrik Laine is. With the potential talent that they have right now, with the potential talent they have on their hands, Patrik Laine needs to fit on Columbus. John Tortorella needs to get Patrik Laine to fit in Columbus. And if he can't do that, I think he's gone. So personally, I think it's in his best interest for them to get along. So I think it will work in the end. Melanik, share, like, and subscribe. I agree. Can we get 30K by the end of the Habs stream? That would be interesting, Sander. By the way, yes, I will be streaming Habs versus Canucks Part 3 tonight. We had Canuck win the first matchup and the Habs win the second. So we'll see what happens in that third one. I'll be streaming that. I think it's around, I think it's actually the same time. So around 5:30 tonight. So Central and then 6:30 p.m. Eastern. There you go. I subscribed to Chris Slava. Thanks so much, Chris. Appreciate it, my man. Good to have you this stream. Absolutely. Max, Jets got fleeced. I would agree with that. Well, I don't know if fleece is the right word. I think they have the potential to really win this trade. But again, it all depends on how Patrik Laine does. It's got to work out, though. It's got to work out. If it doesn't, then it'll definitely bite Tortorella in the back. That's for sure. Yeah, KR, I mean, I realized that just like 20 minutes ago or so, that like, if we're being honest, Tortorella's been there long enough to where the excuses are kind of piling up, but it's even, like, here's the thing, I was kind of on the train a little bit, I was kind of on both sides. Like, I think John Tortorella kind of should have benched Pierre-Luc Dubois with how he was trading, or how Pierre-Luc Dubois was playing with the Blue Jackets, especially this season. But I don't think John Tortorella was doing any favors. And from what it seems like, with Pierre-Luc Dubois not even telling his teammates, it seems like John Tortorella was the reason why Pierre-Luc Dubois wanted out. And personally, for me, that's enough for Tortorella to be fired. Even though I don't think it was his fault that Pierre-Luc Dubois completely was playing the way he was, which was not good this season whatsoever. And Patrik Laine is really his last chance. Like, that's his last chance. You've already had the stars in Bobrovsky. You've already had the stars of Panarin go by. You need this to work out. You need this to work out. And if it doesn't, I think Tortorella is as good as gone. Laine is a one-trick pony. It's actually hard to watch him on defense. Complete liability. I think that's how it used to be, Ethan. Last year, I thought he was a lot better defensively. Still not great, but he was about average last year, at least from what I saw, and especially analytics-wise. It was trending in the right direction. In that first game, I thought was one of Patrik Laine's best overall games he's ever played. He only played that first game with Winnipeg and only played one game this season for them, but was amazing. I think he got 2 goals, 1 assist, and was great defensively, in my opinion. If he could transition that type of play and be healthy for Columbus, then I think this is an absolute win for them. Absolute win for them. Let's see, we got 728 people still in the stream. Thank you all for checking in, and subscribe, of course, if you are new. And I guess we're on the road now to 29.8k subscribers, which is unreal. And once again, if any of you guys are new and I didn't get to you or didn't shout you out, please let me know in the chat if you did subscribe. I'll try my best to get to you. No way Montreal is going to trade Suzuki. Yeah, that's the rumor that was out there, Jason, was that they were not willing to part ways with Suzuki, which I think is definitely the right decision. I mean, if they traded Suzuki for Pierre-Luc Dubois, I think that would have been a little bit of a disaster. Just a little bit. Let's see. Boomba Doomba, hi, how's it going, Boomba? Habs won this trade. We didn't end up with Dubich. I would agree, Tango, especially with what the asking price was here. I think, like, here's the thing. Even if Dubois didn't have those kind of, like, angsty situations there, I still think he wouldn't have been the greatest with Montreal. I mean, you probably would have had to trade a Kotkaniemi or a Danault or a Suzuki. And besides, like, Kotkaniemi, I don't think there's a direct win there. Like, if you trade, I think Danault is the better player right now, personally. I think Suzuki is the better player right now, personally. If it's Kotkaniemi, I can like, if it's Kotkaniemi and Pierre-Luc Dubois 1-for-1, I could see that for Montreal, especially short term. But even then, I still think they should have him for the future, personally. Domi was the fourth line center on the 500 Habs. Yeah, I mean, first center wise, I don't think Domi is a center, but we'll see if he can turn a page with Columbus. He's had a good couple of games last time around. I was going to go to Texas. I don't think I will anymore. Why? Because of COVID? I mean, that makes sense. Grav, your channel is exceptional. Thanks so much, Boom. I appreciate it, man. Oh, I make my day. Appreciate it. Good to have you here. Among Us, maybe in a little bit. Yep. So there you go. It is officially official by pretty much everybody out there. And I just want to peep out for a second. This good old score right here. Let's are they? There we go. I'm gonna put this tweet out there. I'm just gonna put that tweet out there. The subbed and followed you on Twitter. Much love, Beerly 10-30. Good to have you, man. 100%. I mean, subscribing and following on Twitter. You're an absolute goat. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Montreal's taking a step up, trading Subban and Pacioretty. I mean, hey, they got Suzuki for Pacioretty. Not too bad, I must say. Not too bad. Columbus wins the trade, in my opinion. I'd agree, Boomba. I'd agree. K1, what's going on, man? Good to have you. Good to have you. Laine is not going to stay in Columbus for long, just my guess. We'll see. I mean, here's the thing. I think Moritz, it's a better situation for him in Winnipeg. The main reason why Laine wanted out was because of ice time. He wasn't on the first line. He was never really playing on the first line and was never getting that opportunity in Winnipeg. And obviously, Tortorella is a whole different beast, but I think he will win the trust because, quite frankly, Tortorella needs to have this Laine situation worked out. And with the situation and with the players that Laine also has to work with, I mean, he's got the Finnish dad in Mikko Koivu, who I said was going to be a perfect fit for Capo Cac on the New York Rangers to guide him and to put him in the right ways. And if there's any person who I would want to have guiding Patrik Laine, especially in the defensive zone, it would be Mikko Koivu. And you also have Jarmo Kekalainen as a GM who you can talk to and feel safe with, potentially talking with. I think it could work out to be the best situation for Patrik Laine, personally. What do you think of Ty Dellandrea? He's from my town. I love Ty Dellandrea, oxymoron. I mean, he's a guy that I wasn't the biggest fan of where he was picked, and I still think he probably could have gone a little bit lower, but I think I mean, from the Stars quotes, it seems like he's winning a lot of trust in practice right now, and I'm hoping that he's able to get a pretty decent spot this year. Let's hope. But yeah, I think he has a pretty good future as a middle six center, for sure. Hey, I'm just saying, anyone want to have a trade that the Bruins win? I mean, no. Sorry, Connor. Sorry, Connor. No way Laine will stay in Columbus and play for Torres. It'll be worse than Dubois. The win is for the Jets. I mean, again, on paper, I think it's not a great fit. But let's be honest here. Tort's job rides on Laine. I don't think there's any chance that he's botches Dubois and Laine and still keeps his job. Yes, you have the playoff run a little bit there for Columbus, but still, like, those type, like, if he goes through Laine, and there's still not a fit, he will have gone through Panarin, Bobrovsky, Dubois, and Laine. The amount of talent there together on Columbus would be an unreal team on top of what they had already. And it just seems like I think Kekalainen is kind of throwing Tortorella a bone and saying, if you can't make this work, it's going to be done. And I think that's what will happen here. So I think Tortorella will make it work. Yeah, Cheveldayoff making a trade like this is not really expected. I mean, Cheveldayoff doesn't really do too much, but trading Laine just by itself. I mean, I expected it, but also never really expected it because it was Cheveldayoff. But give him credit, man. He made a deal happen. He made a deal happen, which is crazy. What do you think about Nylander for Dubois? Like if it was 1-for-1. I mean, I don't know why there's any reason why Toronto would do that. I mean, they already got Matthews and Tavares there. So I don't, as a third line center, I don't think Dubois will be a good fit at all. And Nylander, I think, is better in a lot of ways, even defensively at some points, especially with what he has to work with on Toronto. Honestly, who I would prefer right now, I would prefer William Nylander on my team, but Pierre-Luc Dubois is the center. But on Toronto, no. they do not need another center. Henula's back to the taxi squad rep. Why? Man, here's the okay. I want to rant a little bit about Paul Maurice. Paul Maurice might be one of the most underratedly bad coaches in the NHL. Exhibit A, Patrik Laine. He never seemed to play him on the first line. I like Blake Wheeler, man, but Patrik Laine with Mark Scheifele, just give them an opportunity to gel for like one season. It would work so beautifully, I think. But he never gave Patrik Laine that chance to actually play those 5-on-5 minutes, even when he was on the right direction, I think, last season. Exhibit 2, this whole Ville Heinola situation. Now, I've been called a Ville Heinola hater, but I think Heinola should be in the NHL this year. If they're going to play him. I mean, they have him on the taxi squad right now. They've had him in the AHL. They've been cycling him from all this different stuff. But they just seem to always, at the end, just not want to play him. And also, Exhibit 3, how they've treated Sami Niku. I cannot believe the stupidity when it comes to Sami Niku. He went from, like, 7 defenseman minutes last year to first pairing minutes. And after he, of course, doesn't fit up to that situation, he's now scratched and was taxi squad and is now backed up again. I don't know what's happening with Sami Niku. I think he had the potential to be a really solid, potentially second pairing guy. But they play him, they go from no minutes to all the minutes in the world and they expect him to just bounce somehow into that role automatically. It was never going to happen. It hasn't happened. And it's just not worked, man. It's just not worked. Rant over. Sorry about that. Oh, no. I choked on my water. Oh, how did I do that? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Winnipeg hates Finns. Honestly, Matt House, I would not be too surprised. They probably got like a whole conspiracy theory against Finnish players, which I would not really think is a great game plan because Finnish players are the absolute best. So I don't know where they're going with that. Oh, sorry, y'all. Winnipeg not making the top 4 in the North Division. I mean, they've been pretty good so far without Patrik Laine. So we'll see what Dubois can do there. I'm not okay, Hucker Kid. I'm not okay. I'm done. Jesse, what's the question? Ottawa, Colin White, Logan Brown, Branson with a 2022 second round pick, Columbus Dubois. Is that like an official trade offer that Ottawa did? I'm not really too surprised that Columbus turned that down. I mean, compared to what they get in Patrik Laine and Jack Roslovic, I think the better package came from Winnipeg. But that's still a pretty decent package. I mean, White has been terrible since Mark Stone got traded, so I'm not the biggest fan of them. But Logan Brown, I think, has potential. Branson obviously has potential to be one of the best defensemen, I think, in the NHL. And then a 2022 second round pick. I think that if that 2022 second round pick was a first round pick, especially for Ottawa, then that deal will probably go through. And Line, I said Toronto made a mistake not picking him first overall back in 2016. Oh, man. Oh, man. Philip, go Grav. Philip, that was you. Thank you so much for being in this chat. I've seen you quite a bit in here, too. I don't know why Winnipeg traded for a center. I mean, they do have Paul Stastny. I think this is mostly a long-term move, but yeah, I mean, I still think they do end up losing this trade personally. We'll see how it works out. If Patrik Laine can't come Holy crap. What is going on? Can we get some 29.8K hype in the chat down below? Holy crap! What is going on? We started today with like 29,605 or something. Are you kidding me, y'all? What is going on right now? Dude, I gotta check this. Did it actually update? Yes, it did, baby. Yes, it did. Let's go. I don't know if it'll actually focus right now, but I'll go next to the camera. Come on, camera. You know you want to focus. You know you want to focus. Oh, it's kind of doing it a little bit. Kind of doing it a little bit. You guys know. You guys know. I cannot believe that, y'all. Thank you to everybody who just subscribed and have come by this stream and have supported the channel. Appreciate that a ton. This stream has gone way beyond what I expected it to be like. I thought we could get like 200, 300 viewers in here. But you guys came by. We got 800. Let me see. What was the peak? We had 824 people in here. Unreal. So yes, I will be. Honestly, I'll make 2 new mods today. I'll make 2 new mods today. How about that? Get some mod hype in the chat down below. My goodness, 2 new mods coming in a little bit. Who didn't think this was possible a month ago? I mean, we did see a lot of Laine and Dubois trade rumors. I just didn't think it was going to happen. I thought it was too crazy to happen. Especially, like, here's the thing. I thought it was too crazy to happen. It was too good of a fit. And both GMs were just too not crazy enough, if that makes any sense. Let's go, Jackets, Steeler Nation. Good luck and respect for making a deal like this happen. Hopefully, Laine will end up doing great there. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. I'll officially go on record and call this trade the crybaby deal trade. I mean, it makes sense, Pete. It makes sense. What do you think about how many goals Laine is going to do this season with Columbus? Well, he's already missed a little bit of time, but just in terms of what he's done in Columbus, I mean, he already had the 2-goal performance versus Winnipeg, or with Winnipeg. I think he could get, like, if I don't know how quickly it gels. That's the big thing. Like, I think it'll eventually work out for Laine, but I'm not sure how quickly it comes. I think there might be a little bit of a kind of a stalemate in terms of Laine actually getting going truly with the Blue Jackets. But I think that time will come, and I think around 25 goals will work pretty well. But next year, if he does re-sign, I think will be the big one there. What happens when you get 30K? Ron, I'll be doing. I've been planning a pretty big giveaway on the channel for that, so look out for that. But also a couple of new mods probably happening there too as well. But yeah, we will be streaming Habs versus Canucks at around 5:30 Central PM tonight. So look out for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun too. Are they going to play today or too soon? It looks like Roslovic will be playing with Columbus because he is born in Columbus. He's staying in Columbus, so he might be the only player that's going to be playing in this next week. But I think quarantine reasons, I think both of these players will probably be out for about like a week and a half-ish, 14 days. We'll see. None of the analysts have actually said anything about that so far, which I'm kind of surprised by. Lock ZR, thanks so much for subscribing, Lock. Let's get some Lock hype in the chat down below. Thanks so much, man. I think Laine will go to Carolina after Columbus joining on. Well, I do have my Bunch of Jerks shirt going on right now, so not too bad. People from Texas like hockey. Yes, they do. And well, I'll say this. I mean, hockey is growing a lot in Texas. A lot of it is because of a lot of the star centers that the Stars have opened up. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that it's going to reach football or basketball or baseball anytime soon here, but it's definitely growing quite a bit. And with the guys like Seth Jones and Blake Coleman coming in the league, Tyler Myers, a lot of good talent coming through so far. You were the first guy on YouTube to break the news. I was the second. Not too bad, Open Ice. It's not too bad. I want Dubois in Anaheim because they need help down the middle. I would say so, but like, here's the thing, Jesse. Like, would you want to trade like a Zegras for him? Because personally, I don't. I think Zegras can become better than Pierre-Luc Dubois, and I would not do that personally. So we'll see if that actually is the way to go there. Again, Laine and Roslovic, that's a lot. So I don't think there was any situation where Anaheim gets Dubois and it's not Trevor Zegras. And I think that's the reason why an Anaheim deal didn't end up happening. Because I think Zegras would have been the main piece of a deal if we did see it actually go through. Did Winnipeg get fleeced? Is Dubois that much better than Laine? High trade value, clearly. Well, a lot of it is because he's a center, but a lot of it is just because of Patrik Laine's own play. The thing is here, both of these guys wanted out. Same thing with Roslovic as well. But I think Laine has the potential to be better and more impactful than PIERRE-LUC Dubois. I think PIERRE-LUC Dubois has, in a lot of ways, been better in the last couple of years, but it's just the potential there. I mean, with PIERRE-LUC Dubois, I think he'll be a great second-line center for them going forward, and a guy that offensively has a lot to give. But I think defensively is where the main gripes of me come, because he's not bad. He's pretty much average, but he gets a label as this amazing two-way center that I just don't think is there. He does some good things in his own zone, but it's not really come together yet in a full season, and I don't think that's going to happen with Winnipeg. I mean, they're not a defensive team, we know that, so I'm not sure how he'll play in his own zone defensively there, but yeah. Laine to New York confirmed, bruh. I mean, here's the thing, in a deal like that, you're trading Kako, so I would not like that personally. Cameron, I went over my thoughts a few minutes ago. I think you said that earlier, and I went over my thoughts. Personally, I think the Blue Jackets have the potential to be the best team from this trade 100%, but I think the Blue Jackets also have a pretty good chance. If Laine can adapt with Tortorella, which could happen, but I think, again, Tortorella's job does depend on it, it could go against the Blue Jackets, but I think they have the best chance of winning this trade personally. So right now, I would say the Jets win this trade. So final roll call on this trade right now. One in the chat if you think the Blue Jackets won this trade. Two in the chat if you think the Winnipeg Jets in the end will win it as well. Let me know, y'all. Let me know. For me, I'd go one, and I would go with the Columbus Blue Jackets. By the way, Patrik Laine is trending number 2 right now, and wait a second, what? Broadcasting legend Larry King has died at age 87. Really? What? When did this happen? What the heck? Oh my gosh. When the heck did oh my goodness, what the heck? When the heck did I didn't even see this. Oh man. Yeah, there was some like a month ago there was like I think Larry King was hospitalized I think due to COVID, I think. 87 years old, man. Get some rest in peace, get some RIPs or some pray emojis in the chat. Larry King dead at 87. That is crazy. I didn't even see that. I was trying to see where Laine was on the training page. He's number 2, but I don't even care about that anymore. In terms of my era, I'm 17, so I wasn't really in the era that Larry King was a prominent figure. The first time I saw Larry King in my life was in the B movie, when he was one of the Bs in that like whole bit. But yeah, an absolute legend, That's crazy, man. I did not see that. And my prayers go out to the King family 100%. That's crazy, man. Crazy, man. And I mean, lived a great life. 87. Not too bad, but sad to see him leave us. Man, that may be making me sad, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Gaming lol, is that at me? Did you see the trade? I think so. I think so. Yes. Yes, I did see the trade. There we go. By the way, thanks to the people that did follow me on Twitter. Appreciate that. How much does Laine get money now from Columbus? I mean, honestly, Robin, I think he'll pretty much get a payday. We'll see how it works out, but I could see, it depends on the year he has, but I could see like an $8 million deal. I think he might sign another bridge with Columbus because, again, he's on a whole new team and you don't really know what's going to happen there, but I think he will stay with the Blue Jackets personally. Mariah64, I'm from Dallas. I'll be making a new mod in about 5 minutes, Noah, in about 5 minutes. So stick in this live stream, get some mod hype in the chat if you have not already, and let me know if you're here so I can make you mod potentially. We'll see. Look in the hair on that pig. Yes, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. End of world. Yesterday, I got a little bit of a haircut. It's not too big. I still got a pretty decent flow, but the plan was to cut it a little bit and then grow it out back a little bit more because I took that picture before it really got too bad, but it was like almost a full-on mullet back behind me for like a few weeks, and I think we went a little bit overboard with the cut, but once it grows back, it'll be in the perfect position in like a few weeks or so. So yeah, that's the plan right now. But yeah, like I would say the flow like in around November was pretty much the perfect length. So I want to get back to that and not make it as crazy as it was. 12 ago, what's going on? It went from discussing the Laine and Roslovic PLD to a trade to a small tribute to Larry King, as it should. Absolute legend. The king. Laine is looking for a $9 million a year. I would not be too surprised by that, Pete. I mean, I don't know if he's going to get that. Again, it depends on the year he has. If he can be instantly good with Columbus and like get like a 35-goal season, then sure. But it'll take a lot, I think, to get to that level. Can't wait for the Laine Heritage Classic jerseys to go on sale. Oh, that is true, Zach. Oh my gosh. Let me look it up. Patrik Laine. Heritage jersey. Let's see. Please. Wait. Bro. Wait a second. Oh wait, who donated? Mick Ives with the $2.79 with the Winnipeg Jets logo. What do you think had to do with the deal? Personally, I think the Blue Jackets win, but Mick Ives, I think Dubois is gonna be really good there. Really good. So this is a Fanatics jersey going for 78. Interesting. That's a fake for sure. Actually, isn't? Nah, no, that's wait. Yeah, that's a fake. Okay, that is fake. Okay. Let me see. Anything else here? Okay, yeah, these are definitely fakes. But actually, let me look on eBay once again. But that Fanatics jersey, I mean, that's not a bad price for a Fanatics jersey, especially like a specialty jersey like that. That's pretty good, man. I mean, I've said it before. That's probably my favorite jersey ever. So not too bad. Let me look it up. Let me just look up Patrik Laine jersey on eBay right now. Let me just look it up right now. That's a fake. That's a fake. Wait, is it? That might not be a fake. I don't think it is. That's a decent deal, but I already have that Winnipeg. I would be looking for the Heritage jersey for that one. Ooh, that is a real jersey for 179 Canadian. That is a lot. But I don't think that's on sale. But I mean, like, look at this. Like, look, how could you not love this? This is the best. Like, that's the best thing of all time, man. That's the best thing of all time. I miss Buffalo and such a cutie pie teddy bear face. Well, Jen, speaking of which, boom. What the heck? One of my hangers got put down on the floor. But yeah, I got the Buffalo on the back, baby. Buffalo on the back. It's pretty sad. Sorry, Justin. Sorry. Yeah, I think the Blue Jackets win this trade. Sorry for the Jets fans out there. Where's the Kako jersey? Right here, actually. So yeah, this is my only Fanatics jersey I have, but it's honestly not too bad. I got it for like $60, and it was on eBay. It had a Capo Caco on the back, so I'm like, might as well. But yeah, what a performance last time. 2 goals for Capo Caco. He always does well against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Have you guys noticed that? He always does good against the Pittsburgh Penguins. So I personally really want to see that matchup continue. IMO. Is Domi the #1 center now? I don't know if he'll be center. I mean, I haven't really noticed or haven't really kept track on where he's playing. Yes. Yes, Jamie, yes. Oh, man. Okay, that hurts me. Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of sad. Dang, man, making me get the feels. I'm not even close to a Jets fan. But I love Blake Wheeler. That's a sad time right there. That's a sad time. Hey, what's up, Grav? It's been a while. I'm sorry I moved to Australia. Whoa, Dal, I'm moving to Australia. That is insane, man. Hopefully the move is going great and you're making some good friends over there. Though it is in the COVID world. So yeah, if you aren't, that's perfectly fine. But good to have you in here, Dalek. Hopefully you're having a fantastic time, and hopefully Ozzy is treating you well. Do you have a Seattle jersey yet? No, I mean, none have officially gone on sale. So if I did, it would be a fake jersey, which I don't really want to do. But once they go officially on sale. Yes, I will. For sure. And by the way, I think I'm wearing my Seattle Kraken hat this whole time. So there you go. There you go. This is easily my favorite hat though. This is the perfect fit, the perfect length. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Strengthening our lineup offensively has been a priority for us, and the additions of PATRIK LAINE and Jack Roslovic accomplished that. Patrick is a player we know very well, and in a short time has become one of the league's most proficient goal scorers. Jack is an exciting young player with great potential, and we're thrilled to bring him home to Columbus. And then, of course, we play Wheeler quote. Wheeler says, depth down the middle wins championships, and that Dubois has developed into an incredibly dynamic player. So there you go in terms of the quotes. There you go. Jarmo Kekalainen on PATRIK LAINE. We're going to try to build a long-time relationship with him. So I'm saying this right now. Again, if Tortorella gets in the way of that, I think he's axed. He's axed, bro. He's axed. Okay, so a mod will be named right now. Right now, actually. So if any of you guys are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we got another big sub update. Holy cow. We're right now at 29,856 subscribers. That's unreal, y'all. Thanks so much. And if you are new, of course, hit that subscribe button, join the Grav gang, and hit that notification bell as well. Hit that like button too. But get some mod hype in the chat down below. We're going to be making 2 new mods right now. 2 new mods. Who's your Finnish NHL player at the moment? Finn Josh? Easy answer. Easy answer. My boy, Capo Caco. Honestly, I mean, I could wear this jersey right now, but besides him, your Heiskanen is up there. I like Laine quite a bit. But I'll say this: I'm a U.S. hockey fan. Laine, or not Laine. Finland is my number 2 hockey country in terms of who I'm rooting for. If the U.S. is out of tournaments, I usually like rooting for Finland right after. So yeah, it's been a lot of because of the players they've put out recently. A lot of fun players to keep up with. I love Anton Lindell. I love Brad Lambert, one of my favorite players out there. He's gonna be elite too. All right, so new mods will be named right now. Right now. Get some more mod hype in the chat. Let me know if you're here so we can make you mod potentially. We shall see. We shall see. And ooh. I've already made 1 new mod. I've already made 1 new mod. 2 new mods have been named. 2 new mods have been named. Favorite goaltender, Jonathan Quick for sure, Jen. I've loved Jonathan Quick for a long time. Obviously, as a USA boy, I like him quite a bit. But he is easily the most fun goaltender for me to watch. And watching those Kings Cup runs were just incredible to see him play as well as he did. Joel Johnson, what's going on, y'all? Or Joel, good to have you in here today. Gurionov is a goat, but he is Russian, so... cannot say that. Do you think Hedl has developed into a 2C? Hedl's been, in my opinion, the most consistent Rangers forward. I mean, I think Kakko has been, I think in terms of the Rangers forward so far, the best have been consistently Hedl, Kakko, and Buchnevich, but I would say Hedl so far should be the second line center for sure. I mean, I don't know how the heck Ryan Strome is still in that second line center spot, man. He does not deserve it. I'm going to say it right now. Is Laine going after quarantine? I think so, especially since it is a Canadian and U.S. team swap. I think that will have to be the case. Jack Roslovic won't, so I think that's a pretty decent thing for them. But yeah. But I think PIERRE-LUC Dubois will have to do the same too. 29 point... No way. No way we hit 29.9. Boy, you trolling, man. We could get 30K tonight, though. We could get 30K tonight. So, yes, the 2 new mods have been named. First name and last name, and Lachlan. Welcome to the mod squads. Can we get some first name, last name hype, and also some Lachlan hype in the chat down below. Thanks so much, brothers, for coming in these streams, being absolute beauties, both of you, and getting a part of the mod squad. My goodness. What's your favorite team in the NHL, Maddie? The Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars. And, I do need to get a Miro jersey, that's for sure. Eliminator, welcome to the stream, Eliminator. Good to have you. By the way, good win last week around. I got kind of screwed by my goaltending, but good win for sure. It'll be funny if Matthews calls Laine and says it was #1 now. I don't know. I mean, that would be a friggin' troll move by Matthews. I would kind of love to see that, honestly, but I don't know if that'll happen. That's a lot of shade. That is a lot of shade. What's the deal with Jesse Puljujarvi? Well, I think he's been better in Edmonton so far. Hasn't had the greatest last couple of games, but yeah, I mean, I think it's been I think just his development has been kind of botched a little bit. And Eternal, what's going on? What's good, dorks? Yeah, Rich, Stars won 7-0, which was an unreal dub, by the way. Unreal dub. And I just want to say this right now. The Stars are the best team in the NHL, and there's nothing you guys can do about it. So I'm sorry. I just need to I just need to lay out the truth. But it's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Yes, what the heck? Yes, Patrik Laine is traded, and the Columbus Blue Jackets get him back. For anybody that's just coming in the stream, bada bing, bada boom. Any Ottawa jersey? Yes. Yes. I have it right up on the shelves. Unfortunately, it's not a new one. It's the old design and Cal Turris on the back. Now, do not worry. I did not pay full price for this puppy. I got this for like, I think I got this for like $55 after he was traded. So I'm like, okay, I'll get a Sens jersey. And honestly, it's not the worst jersey in the world. I think the current ones are definitely an upgrade, but I still like it. I still like it. And maybe what I can do is since it has the number 7, maybe I could like replace the nameplate with a Kachuk and have that as mine. That would be pretty good. Crossy 10, of course I remember you, Crossy. Good to have you. Good to have you. Like that Bulls profile picture too, once again. Colorado's chances of winning the Cup this year. I mean, Colorado's not been great this year. But I think they just played yesterday. Let me look at the NHL standings real quick. So yeah, I think they just won yesterday versus the Ducks. So they have 6 points in 5 games played. Good win for them. But they were 500. I mean, they lost versus the Kings too. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. But going into this year, I thought Colorado was going to win the Cup. So I'd still say like a 30% chance, which is pretty good. What did I just wake up to? Tape to tape. Good morning. Good morning, Tape to Tape. Good to have you, my man. And yes, you just woke up to this. Hey, Jen, appreciate that. I got the good old broadcaster voice. Oh my gosh. We got Yoda in the Grav gang. Let's go. Austin, paying Ilian, GOAT 31. Thanks so much, Austin, for becoming a member. Join the member gang. Good to have you. And a good old Yoda profile picture will serve us to will bring us to greatness. Yeah. Good to have you, Austin. Thanks so much for that. Can we get some Austin hype in the chat down below? Blue Jackets won this trade. I agree, Shaw. I agree. In your opinion, Grav, who won this trade? Well, I guess I just said it. The Blue Jackets. I think the Blue Jackets are the team to win this one. Equipus QI, I just subscribed. Equipus, thanks so much for subscribing. Absolutely appreciate that. And yeah, I guess now we're on the road to 29.9K, which is unreal. Once again, we'll be streaming Habs versus Canucks later on tonight. It's around 5:30 Central, so I'll see you guys there. But yeah, thank you all you guys for coming in here today. It's been a super fun stream. We had 800 people in here at once, which was crazy. I'll be playing Among Us later tonight, so do not worry about that. Thoughts on the Devils so far? They look a lot better than I thought they were going to be, Nico. I mean, especially on defense. Right now, they're 5th in the division, but I think they've looked pretty solid. They've looked pretty solid compared to what they were supposed to be. Brad, what's going on? But yeah, there you go. There you go. Almost 30K. Yes, sir, Brad. Yes, sir. The celebration is coming, man. The celebration is coming. And by the way, if we don't hit it tonight, but let's say we get close to it tomorrow, like let's say I'm 5 subscribers away from 30K and we're able to get close to it today, but we can't get it today. What I'll do is I'll just do a 30K celebration stream and try to get there in that stream. So that's probably what the plan will be. Dubois, absolutely a star center. I mean, if you only watch the Toronto series, I guess you could come away with that. But no, I mean, Dubois, I think, is a good low-end first-line center, especially on offense. But if you're expecting him to be a star centerman, I mean, I think he'll do well in Winnipeg for sure. But like personally, I think he would have been a great fit with Patrik Laine. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I think Dubois is going to be good there, but a star center, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, for Winnipeg's sakes, I hope they will. And I don't know how you can watch Patrik Laine, especially in that first game this year, and come away with him being a nothing winger. I mean, he had a very solid year last year, was quite a bit unlucky, which you just didn't see the goals come as much as Brinkley does, just because a lot of it was cut because of luck. But I thought all around that was his best season for sure. And with his first game in Winnipeg, I thought he looked terrific. And if he continues that in Columbus, I think he's going to be an unreal player for sure. How many points do you think Kaapo Kakko will score this year? Well, he has, what would it be? 3 goals in 5 games played? 4 games played? I would hope to be around 35, 40. That would be amazing. I would love that. That Ducks jersey is nasty. It is. That is, I'll say this. So, the Winnipeg Jets Heritage Classic jersey, that Anaheim Ducks jersey, and in my opinion at least, this Detroit Red Wings Stadium Series jersey. Those 3 to me are the best jerseys in NHL history. For me at least. Obviously, there's some amazing ones too, but those are my top 3. But yeah, that Ducks jersey is probably the most underrated jersey of all time. There were so many people that I saw when it was revealed saying it was terrible. That's easily the best Ducks jersey. I mean, I like the purple original ones, but compared to just the style of the jerseys, I love what they did with the shoulders. I love what they did with the logo. It's perfect. It's perfect. Let's see. You're the best, man. Sorry I'm late. Hey, no problem, Elise. Great to have you today, and subscribing as well. I hear you. Hockey Arcade. Nah, that is not happening. That is not happening. PLD is a great second line center. I agree. I think he's honestly, I think he's a perfect second line center. I think he's an okay first line center, but as a second line center, I think that's gonna be great for Winnipeg. Dubois is pretty overrated. He's had like 161 point season. Well, here's the thing, Yuzman. In some ways, I think it's weird because when people will look at that season and say, "Oh, he did that on Columbus, and he's an elite center," I don't see it. I think offensively he has a lot to give, but I think he was pretty sheltered in his offensive roles and got the best opportunities last year, and especially on the playoffs. But I think what goes most overrated with Pierre-Luc Dubois is not the points or the offense, it's the defense. People will say that Pierre-Luc Dubois is an amazing two-way center. Do not believe them. He's decent, he's all right, he's pretty much average defensively, but he gets carried by that Columbus defensive system. He's all right on defense, and I think he can carry some of that over to the Winnipeg Jets core, but he's not going to be a guy that's winning you Selke trophies. He's not going to do that, and I think the offense is where he will make his most money. How is an 8-0 win against the Blues not good? Well, they got destroyed versus the Blues in that game before that. I didn't say well, that game obviously was good for them, but I mean they lost versus the Kings right after and stuff like that. Go Habs, go, friend. Agreed. Hopefully they're gonna have a good season this year, and so far, as I explained yesterday, they're having a pretty good year so far. Hoping that continues. Your opinion on the Penguins, because personally they're my favorite team. Hey, I mean, I would love to be a Penguins fan, winning cups all the time and being good. That would be pretty nice. But I mean, with the Penguins this year, we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're going to be able to win a Stanley Cup though with that core anytime soon. I'm glad to see Jack Hughes doing better. I agree for sure, Lachlan. I mean, he's been unreal for the Devils so far. The new Avs jersey sick. Are you talking about the Nordiques one, HG? Because I would agree. I'd agree on that. How do you think, or what do you think of last slow starts? Lafreniere has been really weird. I might end up making a video about this again if he goes pointless in the next game too. But Lafreniere, here's the thing. I didn't predict him to win the Calder, but I think I had him in second place. I had Kaprizov winning the Calder personally. But it has not been great. He's been, especially to the start of the season, I thought he was doing pretty solid, just could not put him his chances, and he had a lot of chances in this last game, but I don't know. I feel like it's a ice time issue. It's a situation issue. I mean, I was able to catch the last part of that third period and the overtime, the shootout in that last game. Lafreniere, I didn't see play at all. And I think that's a pretty big indication of what the Rangers are looking at right now and what David Quinn's looking at right now. Because I don't think Lafreniere has been exceptional, but I don't think he deserves to be a bottom 6 player. I think he deserves to be in the top 6. But it's been a bit of luck, a bit of bad finishing, or no finishing whatsoever. And that's kind of gone against him. I don't think he is playing as bad as the 0 points might indicate, but he hasn't exactly done himself too many favors, sadly. Do an updated jersey collection. Seamus, I probably will do that eventually. So look out for that. Make sure if you are here and you're not subscribed to Gravity to please summon him and welcome to the channel if you are new. I agree. And Hockey Arcade also saying that if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us in the Grav Gang. We still got 414 people here. Thank you all for joining me today on this crazy morning. Man, I still can't believe Patrik Laine's trade. It's finally setting in now. It's finally setting in, but it's still kind of surreal that we do have a Patrik Laine and Pierre-Luc Dubois trade. Crazy, man. Let me see. Hopefully he's still Scary Perry. Mr. Myers needs a bit of a payback. Yeah, I'll say this. I remember when that whole Tyler Myers deal was put into place. And I remember there were so many Canucks fans that were saying, "Oh no, this contract's good. It'll be all right. It's not an overpayment. He'll be great for us on the defense." And in the first couple of weeks or so in the season, he was. And I got a bunch of backlash that saying like, "Oh, we love Myers on the Canucks. He's going to be so good here for the rest of the contract." And then after those first couple of weeks of last season, he was horrible. Absolutely horrible. And the start of this season, defensively, man, I mean, you could see in that last game versus Montreal, he's just a bum. He's just a bum. I can't stand how overrated he is. I can't stand it, man. Columbus won this trade 100-0. I would not say that badly, but I do think the Blue Jackets win this trade. Thoughts on elite defenseman Justin Holl? Justin Holl has been really good for the Leafs this year, man. Really good for the Leafs. And I didn't really expect it, but he has come out and played. I mean, he's probably been the most consistent Leafs blue lander so far this year, which is really surprising considering how he played last year. But to give him credit, man, he's worked pretty hard, and you can see that. Mo Alexander, hey bro, what's going up, dude? Mo, good to see you in the chat. And shout out to you, of course. What's up from Finland? How are you? Good to have you. Good to have you. Hopefully you're enjoying this day. Hopefully Patrik Laine is able to get a much better opportunity in Columbus. And yeah, I still can't believe it, dude. I still can't believe it. What's your favorite team that is not playing anymore? Defunct teams? Definitely the Quebec Nordiques. I would love to see them come back. Yeah, that Byram point, Salty Wings and Avs fan, that Byram point was that was a great pass. Opinion on the Habs hot start. I can talk about it here, Clay. I made a whole video about that yesterday. So check that out if you haven't already. But I think for the Habs, they're looking like one of the better teams in the NHL. If they can just keep those penalties in control and maybe get some better refs in the next series, I think Montreal might be, in my opinion, the best team in the Canadian, at least right now. And yeah, I think they have the potential to get number one. How many points could Raymond get next year for Detroit? Next year? If we do see an 82-game season, I could see around 30, 40 points for him. I would love to see that. It just depends on who he plays with, because there's not really anybody center-wise besides Larkin right now, sadly. Habs didn't get a hot start. They were supposed to win every game. I would disagree with that. I mean, I think they were projected to lose versus Toronto. I think in almost every single game they play like the better team. Even that game that they lost versus Vancouver, I mean, it was a shootout loss. I think they played better than Toronto in their one loss versus them. I think have played great in the games they've won, personally. Sean with the 194 Canadian donation. Thanks so much, Sean. Can we get some Sean hype in the chat down below? Andreas, I'll be playing Among Us in the Habs Canucks stream after we get to the game there. So look out for that. He'll get 100 points. Honestly, Salty Wings fan, I agree. He'll be elite. If Barkov comes to Columbus, we'll see how... Oh my gosh. Barkov and Laine together. That would be pretty unreal. Not gonna lie. I would kind of love to see that. I don't know how Columbus makes that happen. Wait a second. This would be an absolute L for the Florida Panthers. But what if a Barkov and Seth Jones trade happened? I mean, for Florida to win that trade, there would have to be a lot on top of that. But, I mean, with how overrated Seth Jones is in the league, I could see a potential... It's not going to happen, but... Imagine that would be unreal for Columbus. They go from one of the best defensive teams to getting Patrik Laine and Barkov together. Imagine that. That would be like that's obviously not going to happen, but man, that would be unreal. What do you think about Moritz Seider? I mean, as a person who has a lot of German heritage, it's been great to see a lot of German prospects come up. And I've been watching Moritz Seider for a very long time. I thought he was one of the more underrated prospects in the 2019 draft and had an unreal AHL year right afterwards. Has been elite in the SHL this year too. So I'm really hoping once he gets out of the SHL this year, we'll have a good second half for the Red Wings. And I think going forward will be a top pairing guy for Detroit. As a Dane, I would love to see a trade where Bjorkstrand and Ehlers would be on the same team. That would be really interesting. I honestly, I would like to see that too, for sure. I mean, Bjorkstrand is definitely, in my opinion, one of the most underrated players out there. By the way, great to have you in here, Kevin. And greetings, good luck to both of them for sure. I mean, I love both of those players. I love seeing. Honestly, all the Danish players in the NHL right now, I like quite a bit. With Ehlers, with Bjorkstrand, with Freddie Anderson. So I like it quite a bit too. Ozzy with the $2 nation. Holy crap, are the Jets still championship contenders right now? Well, I'll say this. All the problems I have with Columbus, they've been a little bit better this year, but I don't think I've really been fixed. My big problem is still defense, and I don't think Pierre-Luc Dubois is going to help too much in that respect. Obviously, I think he's a better defensive player than Laine, but it's not that big of a gap. At least if we're just taking into account the last year or so. I think the big problem is still defense, but we'll see. I don't know if they're championship contenders, but I still see them. I can still see them making the playoffs. We'll see. Thanks so much once again, Austin, for becoming a member, for getting the $2 nation. My man, appreciate it. Yarmo knows Laine Roslovic is a Columbus kid. If Laine gets locked up for a couple of years, I think this is a big win for Columbus. PLD seems like a self-entitled diva. Cheers for Sweden. I agree. Def is in my medal. I mean, with Dubois, he wasn't even telling his teammates why he wanted out, which I think kind of leads me to believe that Tortorella was the reason, but I don't know, man. I personally wouldn't touch it if I was, especially for the asking price, just in that respect. Who would the Avs trade for at center position to upgrade from Confer? I'm not sure. I mean, maybe Toronto wants to get rid of Kerfoot. Imagine the Avs get Kerfoot back. But I haven't looked. I mean, that would be a pretty interesting situation, though. I mean, maybe if the Jets go down, maybe if the Jets go Scheifele, Dubois, Stastny, and then Lowry, maybe the Avs get Andrew Kopp, maybe. Is Eriksson Ek the real deal this year? Eriksson Ek has probably been the most underrated player in the league this year, Sam. He is, like, every time I watch Minnesota, he is showing himself as the best center by far on the Wild. It's not even close. He has been amazing. I think Eriksson Ek, I mean, I thought he had a pretty underrated year last year, but people need to know how good he's been. Even offensively, he's been really good, man. And it's great to see Minnesota finally have a potential number one center. I think he's been playing like it so far. Really hoping to see that continue. Can't believe this happened. Topakush, I mean, pretty much the same for me. Pretty much the same. I still can't believe it. Check out for Ryan Lash. Thanks. Shout out Ryan, or is that a player? Shout out to Ryan Lash either way. Matthews will score a hat trick next game just so we can rub it in Laine's face. Ooh, that honestly, I would not be mad. Good evening from Germany. Nice trade, Dajo. Appreciate you coming back in here, my man. Good to have you coming all the way from Germany. Appreciate it. Thoughts on the Leafs? To me, they're a huge unknown. I mean, obviously, I think the Leafs aren't a Stanley Cup favorite by any means, but I mean, they're a weird team. I think they've been pretty inconsistent so far, just like the prior years. But in the games that they have played great, I think they're a team that can really get stuff done. But again, it just comes down to the goaltending. If that can last for them, so we'll see. Oh my gosh, Austin with another 2. Sorry, Last Nation, but you deserve it. See ya. Thanks so much, Austin. Appreciate that. Thanks, man. Good news for the Wild. 100%, Sam. And again, with Kaprizov playing so well, too. Future is bright in Minnesota for sure. But thanks so much, Austin, for the 2. No problem. Good to have you come by, and we'll see you later, my man. High Gravity is literally insane. The biggest trade in years. I mean, I think it has the potential to be the biggest trade we've seen in a long time. I'm trying to think of the last big one. Like on this kind of level, like probably. Let me know in the chat. I'm forgetting it, but like, when was the last trade like this big, like in terms of the talent we're seeing this time around? I mean, it might be the Max Pacioretty trade, I guess, with Nick Suzuki turning out the way he is, maybe. But I'm having a hard time coming up with anything. Maybe even the Mark Stone trade. There wasn't really anything too major last year. Heads up, Laine moving to Carolina this next year for I'll finish first line. That would be honestly, I would love to see that hyperspade. I would love to see that. That would be unreal for them. And let's be honest, it works out. The Hall trade, that's a good one. Subban for Weber, that would be about, I would say, closest maybe. Yeah, man, that's I didn't really realize that, like, just the potential and the talent in this trade. I think the problem is that we kind of knew that both of these players were going to go out at some point. That's, I think, kind of why it doesn't seem as big as it usually would, because with the Subban and Weber deal, it was like out of nowhere. The Hall and Larson deal, it was less out of nowhere, but it wasn't like a completely known thing. Like with Dubois, we knew he was going to get traded. It was just a matter of if and when. And I think that's kind of why it doesn't seem as big as those. But in terms of the talent here, man, a second overall pick and a third overall pick from the same year. And all I got to say is Austin Matthews is a Toronto Maple Leaf. Oh my gosh, somebody else donated. Let me... Oh, Austin again with the $1 donation. Dang, man. Austin, how many... Is that 3 donations and a membership? My goodness, Austin. Thanks so much, my man. Can we get some... You know what? Let's get some goat emojis in the chat, if you can, all of you, for Austin's generous donation so far. Thanks so much, man. Appreciated. And I'll pretty much just spam it right now. The finish line. I mean, Laine would finish a lot on that. Hey, Quinn, huge news to wake up to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There was a lot of people that came by the stream waking up and just seeing this, and good to have you, Quinn. Hopefully you're having a fantastic morning, and PIERRE-LUC Dubois and Patrik Laine. Yep, it's real. It's real. I still can't even believe that a little bit, honestly. All right, so for the... I don't know if this will be the final sub update, but right now we are at 29,879 subscribers. 21 now away from 29.9. Boys, can we get some W's in the chat for all the people that are subscribed in this stream? Thank you all for dropping by and coming in here. And we'll be live streaming later on today, Habs versus Canucks. So who knows? Maybe we can be able to get to 30K tonight. Every bit helps though. So if you are new, make sure that subscribe button and get us closer. I would love to get that tonight. That would be amazing if we can. Laine is a beast. Yeah, when he's on his game. A Swede in the Hall for Larson should have been Chiarelli fired on his own. Horrendous. Yeah, I definitely agree, Jimmy. H. Bradley, who do you think won this trade? I would say the Blue Jackets. I mean, in terms of potential, I think the Blue Jackets have the most to win from this. We'll see if it actually goes his way, but I think most likely the Blue Jackets will get it done. Do you think there'll be a Pettersson-Makar trade? No, because for the Avs to have Pettersson as your second line center will be a little bit of a waste, in my opinion. A little bit of a waste. What trade would make the Habs a legit Stanley Cup contender? I mean, I think if they can get a true top 4 defenseman on that left side defense, I think that could really help them. I think Sherratt... There's a lot of Habs fans that like him, but I don't like him as a first line or first pairing defenseman. I just don't. I think he's a good shutdown defenseman at times, but at sometimes also these past few games he's been really suspect. But what I really like to have happen would get a true guy who can play with Weber and fill those type of minutes, because I think they're kind of missing a guy like that. And I think the defense could really use a guy like that. And honestly, just don't play. Just, I think Mark Bergevin is already kind of seeing the mistakes he's made in Joel Edmondson. I was telling Habs fans, Edmondson was horrible for Carolina last year. Horrible. I thought he was decent in St. Louis, and I thought there was a potential he could get back to that level. But so far this season for Montreal, he has been a disaster, an absolute disaster, especially defensively, where he should be. That should be where he is good. And he has like 2 more. He had like an extension this past off season too, so not great. When the Sherratt is sus. Wait, Austin, another one? What the heck is going on? Austin, thanks so much for the 1 again, my man, the hockey kid. What's going on? Thanks for the live video, Dajo. Appreciate him. Yeah, how long have we been streaming? Oh, dang, an hour and 52 minutes. That's pretty good. You know what? I'll go for 2 hours. 8 more minutes on the live stream. How about that? So if you got any more questions, let me know. Buffalo seems to be sucking. Not surprising. Not surprising. Yeah. That'll be pretty much it on the Dubois situation. Once again, Roslovic, 2 years, 1.9 million officially on that deal. Official on that deal. I feel bad, by the way, for my people on the West Coast that are just waking up to this deal. It's like 9:30 on their side. Welcome. Good to have you all. That's crazy. That's crazy. Do you think the Panthers will make the playoffs? And if so, what seed? I think the Panthers could make the playoffs. I think number 4 is pretty much realistic for them. Where they're at right now? They're actually second. They've only played 2 games. Have looked pretty good in those games, but they did play Chicago, so we'll see. But I think number 4 is pretty much perfect. I mean, the Central is looking really weird this year. Nashville's looked better than expected, but no, like Tampa's been the only Tampa and Florida, I guess, in the games they played. Have been the really only 2 teams that have been super impressed with. Obviously, Dallas is number 1. By the way, sorry you guys can't. Let me put the thing right there. There you go. There you go. Just needed a defenseman and didn't get on. Yeah, that's also another factor of this. I mean, there's a lot of factors with Winnipeg here. They don't get rid of Perfetti, which is, I guess, a big thing. But they also don't get a defenseman. That's what when I first heard the trade idea that was kind of discussed yesterday. I mean, this whole trade was discussed yesterday too, of Laine, Roslovic, and Pierre-Luc Dubois. And what I thought was the case was that this trade idea between Columbus and Winnipeg has been going on for a while. And what I thought with Winnipeg was keeping this trade from not happening was that they were looking for a David Savard or some defenseman on the Blue Jackets side. But no, I mean, they get a second round pick, or a third round, not even the second round. They get a third round pick in 2022. But like, how do you not get a defenseman there? How do you not get a defenseman there? That's my big thing. I don't know. Yes, I will be streaming later tonight, Habs Canucks, and I will be doing Among Us then, Brad. I will be doing Among Us then. I'm surprised that Chicago beat Detroit. I mean, it was a tank bowl, and to give Chicago credit, they did look pretty good. Petrie has 7 points as a defenseman. Yeah, Petrie's been wonderful this year, man. Wonderful. A lot of the luck has gone on his side too, which is good to see. But Petrie, definitely one of the more underrated D in the league. Brad, I'm sorry. I have to go out right now. I pretty much will have to leave here in about 5 minutes or so, which is pretty much perfect since we'll be getting into this second hour mark in about 5 minutes. But yeah, I have to do some live stuff before we do the Habs Canucks stream later on, so I want to make sure that I can get to that. Sorry, Brad. But let's so the stream will be starting at about 5:30. The game should be ending at about 9. So if you're there like at 9:30, I think I'll probably be still live. We'll see. The trade is the biggest news topic in Finnish media currently, as it should be, PK. I mean, I'm still baffled by how this trade actually happened. I was not expecting it to actually go through, but it is a deal. It is a deal. Is it a dumb deal? It is a dumb deal. All right. Was there any trying to see in this article if there was any like other potential deals. Doesn't look like that's mentioned. Effort level isn't a concern when it comes to Dubois. Let me put this up here real quick. Effort level isn't a concern when it comes to Dubois, who is coming off an outstanding playoffs that saw him elevate his play against the likes of Austin Matthews and John Tavares. Because of the quarantine rules, Dubois won't be able to jump into the Jets lineup for at least 14 days. Once he arrives, the Jets will likely put him beside Nikolai Ehlers on what figures to be a opponent second line with either veteran Paul Stastny or the Swiss Army knife Kopp. So there you go. So Dubois will be going into full quarantine. I would suspect Patrik Laine as well. Let's see, anything else in this deal? Okay, pretty much no. So that'll be it for that. All right. All right, so we are now basically at the 2-hour mark. I want to give some shout outs here to the people that are still in this chat. We got Jesse, NHL Dangler, Adam 3 Linden, Mitch, Spencer, Solid Two Wings, and As fan. Thoughts on the Leafs so far? Honestly, they've been pretty inconsistent with the games they played and won. I thought them have looked pretty good. Yes, we are still live. We are still live. Yarmo gets Ehlers next. Oh, don't tempt me. That'd be so good. That'd be so good. Not a Sabres fan, but why didn't they qualify a goaltender in the offseason? Not going to get anywhere with that until they upgrade that position. I mean, Ullmark was solid for them last year, but it hasn't been great for them this year, to be honest. Especially Carter Hutton again. Lucas, what's going on? Grav, what happened to the franchise mode? What ended up happening was that NHL 21 was kind of broken at that point, and then I just stopped making videos on it. I could get back to that, but yeah. At Hockey Arcade, we got Yako Daniels, Brad, Rad Richards, Salt Two Wings and As fan, Cleveland Monsters and CBJ Hockey, Neo, Luigi La Rosario. No Zavar, which I thought was going to be a decent part of that trade if we did see it, but no, they don't have to give up Zavar, which is another big thing for Columbus, I think. Because that was the big piece that if I was holding up a trade like this. Like, I thought it was pretty obvious the deal was in the works, but I thought Zavar was what Winnipeg wanted, and it just wasn't included. So I think Columbus, for my final thoughts, does win this trade. You get Patrik Laine and Jack Roslovic. Pierre-Luc Dubois will be good in Winnipeg for sure, but Laine, I think, is going to be a great fit on that team. And again, I think Tortorella will have to make it work or else his job is donezo. So I'm liking this quite a bit for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And yeah, for the Winnipeg Jets, we'll see if it works out. I don't think it's going to work out. I don't think it's going to work out. But I think the Columbus Blue Jackets did dodge a pretty good bullet, not giving up Savard. They keep him, and they get Patrik Laine for that power play. I mean, the Blue Jackets have consistently had one of the worst power plays in the league, and you get Patrik Laine, which I think is going to make a very, very good time there in Columbus. So for Columbus fans, good luck, and for Winnipeg Jets fans as well, good luck today. Hopefully you guys were hope you guys like this deal for your respective teams. So we'll see. How about that Stars game grab? Yes, Tyler, it was elite. I mean, the Preds, I thought at some points looked like a better team, but man, that penalty kill looked atrocious. I think the Stars scored like what, 4-5 power play goals. I mean, the best team in the league, so I'm not really too surprised. Not really too surprised. Well, who are the top goats for your streams? I mean, Hockey Arcade, you would definitely be up there. I'm just saying, you'd definitely be up there. Good to have you by this whole time, by the way, too. And shout out to everybody that's been in the stream for the whole time. We got 355 absolutely elite viewers here. Once again, if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well, and of course, hit that notification bell if you haven't already. But put the notification bell on because we were streaming Habs versus Canucks tonight, and you'll get notified when we go live there. I'm planning on around 5:20 Central, 6:20 Eastern, so look out for that. That's going to be an amazing game in part 3 between those two teams, tied right now in that season series, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody that has come by this stream. Hit that subscribe button. We are now super close to 30K subscribers, which is unreal. Thank all you guys. And another big update a little bit. We're close now to 29.9. We are 8 subscribers away. 8 subscribers away. So that'll pretty much be it for me today. We're now hit the 2-hour mark. Once again, I want to say thank you guys for all the support on the videos and streams. Again, we're super close to 30K. Thanks to all you guys who watched the video yesterday about the Montreal Canadiens. That video, if you haven't already, I definitely recommend you watch. So after this stream, check out that one. I'll put the link in the chat as well below. Yeah, thank all you guys for coming by. Let me, yeah, okay, I'm good. I'm good. So once again, Habs Canucks, I'll see you guys later tonight. That'll be in about 6 hours or something. But Mitch, Rod Richard, won by Big Mac, Eliminator, Hockey Arcade, Heath Clark, Cleveland Monsters and CBJ Hockey, and the World PK, First Last, Jocelyn Chason, Neo, Matthew Dubé, Tape to Tape, Dante's Boy, Salt Two Wings and As Fan, Tyler, Beer League Tendy, Spencer, who else in here? PK, we got Luigi, Yako Daniels, Adam 3 Linden, Gamer Zone Q16, Philip in here. Anybody else? Ralph Jenkins, Jesse, Danka, NHL Dangler. Thank you all for coming by. Quinn as well. Hey, we might be able to hit 30K, Quinn. We'll see. Anyways, thank you all for this, for all the support. It's been 2 hours now. My voice is kind of dying somewhat. So I'm going to go. See you all for Among Us and Habs vs. Canucks tonight. It'll be a fantastic one. I'll see you there. And Austin as well. Big shout out to Austin too. Thanks so much, all you beauties. Winnipeg Jets and Columbus Blue Jackets go off on an absolutely crazy deal. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this training. Again, if you did come here and you woke up and you saw this trade for the first time because of this stream, thank you so much for dropping by, and hopefully I was entertaining for these crazy 2 hours. So my name is Nathan. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell, whatever you need to do, and I'll see you in the next video or stream. Thanks so much, all of you, and I'll see you tonight.